Hello, Cohort 2. Welcome to your Tuesday tune-in for March 28th, almost April. So we're coming into that tail end of the semester. You might be asking yourself, why is Jacob looking at me like he just got done working out? And that actually has to do with what I wanted to talk to you about. For me personally, I find a good practice of using my lunch hours to get a little bit of exercise in. Regular exercise is good for me, personally, I feel. But I also want to talk about another regular practice, just like exercise that we do to make sure that our body is functioning normally and our systems are working as they should, and we're trying to stay moving, stay ambulatory, stay working. We should also make it a regular practice to check in on our online courses and our web enhanced courses and face-to-face courses as well, if we use Blackboard for those. What I mean by that is, just like you ask your students to check in during the week and see if there's anything new posted or touch base on their grading or feedback or whatnot, it's a good practice for instructors as we can to develop those kinds of rhythms for ourselves. So what that might mean for you is a daily practice of picking a time that's good for you to get in and check on those things that are important, whether that be submitted assignments for you to offer feedback, checking a discussion forum to offer prompting where you might need, or just getting in there and grading on a regular basis, right? It's just like carving out time for research. It's important to do it. Now, I will not be the person to tell you exactly and specifically. I'm not going to be so prescriptive with you that to say that this is how you should do your rhythm of being present. What I will say is find one that works for you. Maybe you get into your course every weekday. Maybe you get into your course every other day. Maybe you get into your course every day. That's up to you. I'm not going to be that prescriptive with you, but I will tell you that instructors that do touch base in their courses every day are more connected, more involved, and more available for their students' needs. And therefore, when that happens, we definitely see a connection, if you will, to student success, because students who know that their instructors are participative, are involved, are accessible, tend to do better. So, in that regard, that's my little exercise montage for you. I'm even wearing the Blackboard wicking shirt so that when I do work out, sweat doesn't go everywhere. But that being said, I'm doing something a little familiar with you too. You're seeing me in a less than a normal garb, so I'm personalizing the context, so you get some extra bonus points there. Thankfully, we don't have smell-o-vision, otherwise you might not be liking this particular video. But that being said, I wanted to talk to you about what's coming up this week and what happened last week. So, obviously, we're coming out of the Universal Design for Learning unit, right? So we're to check that out. That's the Elements of Design. That unit right there is we're coming out of that, right? You guys just turned in 2 days ago, and some of you are still getting in there, getting that work in, and that's okay. Remember, I'm not going to take away your birthday for work that's not quite in yet. What I will say is you just can't earn your certification. I almost turned into Sean Connery there. Certification. You can't earn your certification until you've completed all the activities and had that meeting with your instructional designer. So, but I wanted you to know that obviously this week we've done that Elements of Design. And let me tell you, your journal entries where you talked about your first interactions with UDL or how UDL is important to you, my goodness, there are some personal connections to Universal Design for Learning in all of our lives, and I am seeing that in these journal entries. So I just want to applaud your effort. Yay! These journals were fantastic that I've seen submitted. I encourage you, if you have not yet embarked on this particular module, right, which is Module 3, Elements of Design, please get in there. Super helpful. Many of you are asking in that module, what about alt text? Well, we actually talk about alt text in the resources, but also in the assignment, the image upload assignment. So make sure to pay attention there. But to really go a step further, alternative text is that text that we use to provide an alternate representation of what that image is to our students who might be visually impaired or might be just listening to whatever's in the course. So just remember that's what that is, and you learn how to put that with your images by using either Ally. We walk you through how that works in the resources section of the module, or just the instructions for the image upload. We cover it as well in there. One of the best things I like about Universal Design for Learning is that it's designed for everybody. And that by making my course more universally accessible, I don't just improve it for a person that might be dealing with some kind of whatever it might be, dyslexia or any kind of thing that is an obstacle to the learning. I make it more accessible for everyone in the course. So I like that. I like that whole idea there. So anyway, moving forward, you'll notice that the Elements of Design discussion isn't actually due until Sunday. And I did that so that you get all your replies in once you've posted. So I'll be getting that graded for you by Monday at some point. But I wanted you to know that that's there. But the other stuff that's due Sunday is our module on student learning outcomes. And this is an important module for a bunch of reasons that I'll get into in the content, so you can read through it. But one of my favorite things about learning about learning objectives or learning outcomes is trying to make them measurable. I can't remember how many times I've started out training by saying students should be able, or students should be able to learn. Well, how do I qualify or quantify what learning is? So the importance of the kinds of words that I use, and maybe having one overall prompting sentence of students should be able to, and then sub bullets of different action verbs like analyze, discuss, illustrate, debate. Anyway, you'll see that in the module. So feel free to go through there. The assignments outside of the final reply in for the discussion on Elements of Design, which is due on Sunday evening. These are your assignments here, just the workbook and some demonstrative SLOs of your own. Many of you may already have them, and that's fine to submit them. As long as they comport to the assignment, you're good to go. But remember, workbook first and then the activity. Then, as we think about the next due date after that, right? Whoops, I need to close my objectives there. The next due date coming up after the stuff that's due on Thursday is the multimedia module. And the multimedia module is fun, and obviously our Sunday. Thursday's due dates are for the multimedia module, and that's one where we get you to leverage Kaltura to actually submit a video. We have a walkthrough for you on the welcome video assignment. If you are having technical issues using Kaltura, reach out to the support desk. They're going to help you. They're warned, they know that this part of the certification cohort is coming, and you can explain to them, hey, I'm in the certification program and I have to submit a video via Kaltura as an assignment. I'm having some technical difficulties. Could you please help? And they will be there to help you. They will be involved with you. They'll walk you through the process and get you situated. So again, that's the multimedia unit. That's due Thursday. And then obviously the SLO modules plus that last little reply from our Elements of Design discussion are due Sunday. That being said, I look forward to continuing to be amazed by your entries into the course, your continual dialogue as you talk about these things in the Elements of Design discussion, but in other discussions coming up, as well as in your reflections and your self-assessments. I always say that I like to learn. I think I learn more than all of y'all every time we come through this program, because I learn so much about what inspires instructors and what has put them where they are in terms of intersecting with students, and then practices that they do that they have found amazing. So again, thank you all so much. And I'll look forward to talking to you again. Obviously, I'll be talking to you before then, but via Tuesday Tune-In next Tuesday. So I hope you all have a great week, and look forward to learning from you as you continue to move through the program.